All right, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are going over some of the hottest cards in Pokemon right now, and that might be worth picking up if you can still find them at a decent price. Now, as you guys know, this channel does go over everything Pokemon investing and collecting. So if you guys enjoy that type of content and want to see more going forward, please feel free to subscribe to the channel as we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. That is our goal by the end of February. So if you guys could help me get there, if you are brand new to the channel, I would really appreciate it. And we are doing a giveaway once we do reach 1,000 subscribers. So feel free to drop a sub if you haven't already. Anyways, getting into the list for this week, we have a bunch of cards here. Some that we kind of already knew were on the rise, but have really just spiked lately. And some kind of hidden sleepers that we weren't really sure if they were going to go up in value or not. And now they have. So let's jump straight into the cards here and see what we've got. So this one should be no surprise to anyone at all in the Pokemon space. If you know anything about Pokemon, with the recent release of Prismatic Evolutions, everyone is going crazy for Eeveelutions again. And now that we can't get them because the pull rates are really hard and the product is really hard to get, obviously everyone is going backwards and looking at older Eeveelutions, more importantly, Umbreon. So the first Umbreon we have is the Umbreon V Trainer Gallery from the Brilliant Stars set. Now, this set is pretty old, but as you can see, it's just hit an increase right here. So we're on the 3-month chart. This was a $20 card, sort of right. I mean, the lowest in the last 3 months was 20 bucks. It was $23 at the start of January. So a couple of weeks ago, it was $20. It has now shot up and it is sitting around the 52 USD mark, which, to be honest, I feel like this is going to continue to go up. So if you have this card, this is potentially one to hang on to as it is increasing in value. And if you don't have it graded, it might even be worth grading as well. So the thing with, Eeveelutions is they're always going to be popular. There's always people that are going to be interested in Eeveelutions, and people that aren't even into Pokemon that much, but know people that are. If they start to get into it, this is usually where they begin. My partner is a prime example of this. She has no clue when it comes to Pokemon. She's starting to learn now. She didn't have much clue beforehand, but since I've started making content, she's been learning. And the first thing she's gravitated towards are the Eeveelutions because they're quote unquote cute. So, so even people that don't really know about Pokemon know about the Eeveelutions, and this is kind of where they stick to. It's like how everyone knows about Pikachu, right? It's starting to get to that point where everyone coming into the hobby knows about Eevee and its evolved states, basically. So, Umbreon V to start with. Number 2, Umbreon VMAX. Again, 2 Umbreons on the list for this week. Shouldn't really be a surprise, but again, Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. So if you have sealed Brilliant Stars, there is a lot of bangers in this set. So with these cards jumping in price, expect to see sealed Brilliant Stars jumping in price as well. So if you've got ETBs, if you've got sealed booster boxes, these products are starting to rise because of the cards inside them starting to rise. It's always one or the other. If the cards in the singles rise, the booster box rises. If the booster box rises, it's usually because of the cards. So it's kind of a balancing act between the two. But again, a couple of weeks ago, so where are we looking at here? Start of January, a $38 card is now jumped up to $79. So that's basically doubled in value. That has pretty much exceeded 100%. So again, another big jump from that start of January mark, which seems to be like, right before the launch of Prismatic, when everyone was starting to struggle to actually get product for Prismatic. It was kind of like people were waiting to see whether or not they were going to actually be able to secure some. And when they realized they weren't going to be able to secure some, they all went after the older Eeveelution cards from different sets. So again, if you've got this one, you're up big this week as well. The next one, Fusion Strike Mew. This one is sitting at 74 USD, which is a big jump. And you can see it's kind of taken a few different bounces here. But again, start of December, this card was $34. It got to sort of 49, tapered off a little bit down to 47. And ever since then, it's just been going up. So now a $74 card. Fusion Strike, as we know, has been on a bit of a run lately. Booster box prices are soaring. A bunch of the card values are soaring. I think the Gengar alt art is actually like 700 USD right now. So again, the Fusion Strike boxes just exploded in value recently, and a lot of the cards along with it. So if you've got sealed Fusion Strike, good for you, because I would love to get my hands on some knowing what I know now, considering it wasn't even a super popular set when it released. But, you know, we can never really tell what's going to pop off, really. Next up, sticking with Fusion Strike, we have the Celebi V. This is a sick card. I love the artwork on this card, honestly. This is just a beautiful design. I really like Celebi as a Pokemon. Obviously, you know, when you have any Pokemon that's kind of in that legendary status, there's always a chance that it's going to pop off. And this is showing that in point. So this was, you know, a $28 card up until a few months ago. It was under 30 bucks until like the start of December. Again, this seems to be when everything started to rise. So got to 67 on January 21st and then dropped off a little bit. It's down to 61 now, but these are the hottest cards of this week. So if you see cards like this that are still, you know, kind of lagging behind and they're sitting at the $30, $40 mark, knowing what you know now from this video, that they're sitting at about 60 bucks, you're looking at sort of $20 profit there. So that's one thing to be aware of when you're out shopping for cards, or you're looking at, you know, potentially purchasing older sets like Fusion Strike. This is what you can potentially be pulling as well. The next card, again, Fusion Strike still. So Fusion Strike, like I said, it's on a roll. All the cards in this are going up in value. This one is actually crazy because this Mew was, what, $78 at the start of December? Yeah, 81. We'll say 81 at the start of December. It is now 197. So that's like 120% in value, if not more. I don't know the exact number. It's not coming up on screen for me. But for this card that was 75 bucks like a few months ago, that's just crazy. And look at this, even when it launched. Yeah, so it's gone from sitting at 70 all the way through here, and then it's just popped off lately and jumped up to 197. So no wonder Fusion Strike is going through the roof when it's got this many singles in it that have really great value. And that's not including the Gengar alt art, which is, yeah, 700 USD, like I said. No surprise, Fusion Strike again. Espeon VMAX going up. This is now a $282 card, which, you know, a few months ago was sitting at 184. So again, a $100 increase on the Espeon. This is the second most valuable card in the set behind the Gengar. Again, really cool artwork, and I've just revealed what's coming next, so no surprises there. The Espeon VMAX, I really like the artwork again here. Super cool card, but no surprise that it's on this list with Prismatic being unavailable. Of course, Gengar VMAX, yeah, like I predicted, $697, so you can pretty much call it 700 USD. This card is going crazy, and it has been for literally like the last 3 months. Look at this steady increase for the last 3 months. And again, if we look at that early December mark when everything started to pop off, it was a $410 card. $410. It is now 700, like 2 months later, 2.5 months later, say 3 months later. That's crazy. That's chaos. Like, no wonder Fusion Strike is worth so much now. If I had picked this up at, you know, $300, like back here, if I could pick it up, that would have been awesome. But again, you might see it, you might not, but realistically, like anything under $700 for this Gengar, if you can catch a steal at, you know, 550, 600, and that's considered a steal when it's this card, that's definitely worth picking up. You know, these cards are really just exploding. Now, finally getting away from Fusion Strike, Jesse and James from Hidden Fates. And I have a kind of a theory on why this is blowing up. Everyone's kind of looking forward to the future with this one. And for what was, you know, a $20 card, I believe, yeah, $20.15, you know, at the start of this month, so 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, is now up and hit $74, but is sitting at $68 now. It's starting to level out a little bit. You know, that's a big push from just a random card from Hidden Fates. But again, if you think about it, it's not really just a random card. So with this one, you've got to think about the sets that are coming out later this year, because we do have a new Team Rocket set. Everyone's going to be looking at that. And we saw Journey Together pre-sell out. Rocket is going to be easily more requested and more highly sought after than Journey Together was. So that's going to be even harder to pre-order than Journey Together was. So when you look at something like this is an older and pretty cool Team Rocket card. This is a cool pickup for anyone that is looking at Rocket, you know, Rocket Returns or whatever the new set is called later this year. And it even says it on here. There's been rumors of a Team Rocket set coming later this year. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's all but confirmed at this point. We know that's been a thing, but Yeah, a $20 card jumping up to sort of 60 bucks, $68. Again, another one if you can find it cheap that's worth investing into and grabbing while it is still cheap. So they're all the top cards of this week. Like I said, be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoy this type of content. There is plenty more coming in the future. And I do also have another video coming out very soon of some cheap cards that you can pick up and get graded that will have maximum gains. Now, if you missed the last episode of that, I will leave that up on screen here for you guys to watch so you can check it out. And I will see you guys in the next video.